Historic, record-breaking cold is in the forecast for the Midwest as polar vortex descends. My God. Look at this winter we're gripped with. It's phenomenal. Toronto under extreme cold. Warning, day after record-breaking snowfall. Wow. California battles with intense flash floods and mudslides amid record-breaking rainfall. Oh no. Oh no. Record-breaking snowfall cloaks Moscow! I thought Moscow always had snow, but it's record-breaking, and they're breaking records even in Moscow. That's in Russia, by the way. City bracing for potentially record-breaking snowfall this week. What is happening all over the Northern Hemisphere, people? Record. Again, we're breaking records. Record-breaking snowfall posing hazard to roofs and trees. Hey, it never snows in BC. Oh, it never snows in Vancouver. Record-breaking cold freezes BC. Parts of Vancouver, Delta, Mission, getting hit with extreme cold. What is happening, people? More record-breaking snowfall in Montreal. 40 centimeters tonight. Oh, no.
Sometimes difficult to explain just how cold temperatures are, but this video does a fantastic job at showing you just how frigid those temperatures have been across the prairies. This was taken in Edmonton. This is someone's jeans, completely frozen, standing up. It's almost somewhat creepy looking. Now, I'm also going to show you some records because in the city of Edmonton, again, that's where that video was shot, we did have a record low temperature recorded on February 5th, minus 41.2.
Holy.
I think that explains why those jeans froze completely solid, basically. So this record, again, this was a record low for February 5th for that day. The records go back to 1975. So
even the fake news, counterfeit news network is commenting on this. Extreme cold in Chicago may cause some frostbite victims to lose limbs. Holy smokeroos.
About wintry weather, but this isn't one of them. Watch this car. It's taking a curve at this intersection and boom, hits the other car. Not a good situation. There are some situations which are more dangerous than others, and there are also places which are bigger danger zones when it comes to driving in wintry weather. Now, taking a curve, that's one of those danger zones. But look at this. Boom. This is an intersection. You saw that vehicle driving through the intersection, couldn't stop in time, and then the other truck coming toward him, not much you can do. Boom.
Winter storm. Nadia kills one, shuts down highways, and triggers pileups in Missouri. More and more.
Only thing in the air Valentine's Day, wet snowflakes came down on Metro Vancouver, leaving streets and sidewalks a slippery mess.
If it gets cold and freezes, it'll be worse. Try to stay home and try to use transit.
In Coquitlam, emergency crews responded to a rollover on Lougheed Highway west of United Boulevard. A pickup truck and a sedan collided, closing the highway for an hour during the evening rush and sending 2 people to hospital.
Winter storm slam Hamilton. More to come as road school transit affected. Winter storm batters Europe, causing avalanches and deaths. Jeez, what's going on in Europe? Look at that. That's a drone footage there, people. You're looking at drone footage. Wow. More Alp snow, at least 13 killed in brutal winter storm sweeping Europe as wild weather set to continue. And let's get to the finalization here. December 14, 2009, United Nations Climate Change Conference. This is the bread and butter of this. This is important. Crucially important. Because we as taxpayers need answers. And we got answers right here in what's happening. This climate change from 2009, December 14, United Nations Conference in Denmark, Copenhagen. Copenhagen's in Denmark, by the way. It's going to give you a little bit of insight. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, guys, brace yourselves. This is very important.
It's hard to capture the astonishment that the experts in the science of ice felt when they saw this minimum in 2005, which meant that the amount of...
Okay, former Vice President of the United States, Al Gore, global warming expert, not climate change, global warming expert, is giving us a bit of an insight on what is happening and what's going to be happening. So this is from 2006, 2016. So you're looking at it's done its time. Let's now look at what predictions were out there on this global warming
of ice that had melted. It's been roughly the size of the continental United States, minus an area roughly the size of Arizona. Nothing against Arizona. But the amount that melted in 2005 was equivalent to an area covering everything east of the Mississippi River in the United States. Then, when the real shock to the scientists came was in 2007, when this happened. And their phrase was, it fell off a cliff. And then the extra amount that melted was this much. Now, this covers the area of ice. It does not cover the volume of the ice, and Bob Carell referred to this. The U.S. Naval Postgraduate School has a
31,000 scientists say no convincing evidence. 31,000 scientists reject global warming and say no convincing evidence that humans can or will cause global warming. But polls show that of scientists working in the field of climate science and publishing papers on the topic, 97% of the climate scientists surveyed believe global average temperatures have increased during the past century, and 97% think human activity is a significant contributing factor in changing mean global temperatures. What is the significance of these statistics? What is the statistics of these? I can't read.
Has a team that integrates the U.S. Navy's nuclear submarines that go under the ice cap and satellite measurements that are calibrated to work with it. And based on that, they said actually 2008 had a smaller minimum, probably, than 2007. And these are figures that are fresh. I don't know if they've been, I don't know when they were released, but I just got them yesterday from Dr. Václav Maslowski at the Naval Postgraduate School. And this is the volumetric record of the ice. And some of the models suggest to Dr. Maslowski that there is a 75% chance that the entire North Polar ice cap during some of the summer months could be completely ice-free within the next 5 to 7 years.
5 to 7 years. Wow, was he ever wrong? It's actually grown and it's gotten bigger. While polls of scientists actively working, let's get to the point here. Activity is a significant factor. 31,000 scientists say that there is no convincing evidence that humans can or will cause catastrophic heating of the atmosphere. There is no cause. So I'm just breaking here to think that. There's no way. There's no way we're impacting it that much.
Bob used a figure of 2030, and the volumetric analysis leads this Dr. Maslowski to make that projection. We will find out.
Price on carbon pollution should start at a minimum of $10 per ton in 2018, rising by $10 each year to $50 per ton in 2022.
Woo! Woo!
provinces and territories that choose cap-and-trade systems will need to decrease emissions in line to both Canada's target and to the reductions expected in jurisdictions that choose a price-based system. If neither price nor cap-and-trade is in place by 2018, the Government of Canada will implement a price in that jurisdiction. Whatever approach is chosen, this policy will be revenue neutral for the federal government. All revenues generated under this system will stay in the province or territory where they are generated.
Massive global warming debates fueling all around America, Canada, and other cities where global warming is it fact or fiction? What is happening? Another global warming expert here says, global warming is real, and if you don't believe it, then you don't know what you're talking about. Global warming is the real deal. He said it on an interview the other day on a press release that global warming is the way to go and global warming needs to be stopped and we need to throw more money at it. He says it here. Global warming. More and more global warming debates and fights over global warming, whether it's real or not, is dividing our country. Our countries are being divided over global warming. When will this global warming fiasco be debunked? Here you have a global warming expert approaching a motorcyclist about his carbon footprint and telling him basically, what are you doing to our planet? Then he comes back and states that global warming is deadly and, you know, riding this motorcycle is a good sign and a good step towards it, but you shouldn't be driving so fast, burning so much emissions. And the reason why, guys, I keep bringing up this global warming thing is because it was shoved down our throats for so many years. And I kind of played into it a bit, the whole 2012 thing too. I played into it a bit. I played into the whole global warming. Is climate getting warm? I mean, it could. I mean, I can't prove it. I'm not a scientist. But everything that they have points to everything else. Now they're calling it climate change. No, it's global warming. Because that was shoved down our throats for too many years, and we need to understand what's going on. Because we pay taxes to these people. And people need to come on and start addressing what they said or what they did was wrong. You just can't put things under the rug, because more videos will surface like this all the time. You know why? It's because we're just sick and tired of being lied to about everything. Everyone became a global warming expert. When I had hair back in the day, my barber was a global warming expert, a climate expert. When I was, everybody I spoke to was a global warming expert. It was phenomenal. So let me know what you guys think. Comment below. I'd like to know. And yeah, I just kind of want to throw this out there.